Hello everybody, Justin here with Thayer & Sons Lawn Services. Today we kind of had a mashup of things to do. I went and picked up a brush pile and did a small cleanup on a property. We're going to go back in the spring when everything's not frozen and get a bunch more stuff. So there's some pictures of that. I didn't really get any video, I just kind of got into it. Along with what's behind me, we're in the midst of building a land plane for the skid loader to help level out the ground when we go out to jobs and stuff like that. So yeah, without any further ado, let's take a look at what we got here. So this is all out of recycled material, but this piece and the piece back here, right here, I had to scab this and another piece that I had together to make this work for the size that I wanted. And then all the pieces in the middle here are all recycled material from some stuff that I had a friend dropped off to me. Let's see here, we'll turn you around. So yeah, we got I just got some extra pieces sitting up here. So right now I just got everything tacked together for a simplistic design. I'm gonna have to take it outside and weld it all together. But right now I just have it tacked together for in the meantime until I can get it outside. And I had it clamped down to these flat pieces so that way everything stayed as true as I can make it with what I have. I still have the little Vevor table that you guys, if you haven't seen that video, I did a review on that little table right there. It's kind of cluttered, but it's holding my tools and everything for doing this. And then I got my cheap auction $1 welding cart that I'm putting together. I got something over here so I can hold my cutoff wheels, and building a little hanger over here so I can put my grinders and stuff. And then my plan is to put another shelf in the middle to hold some other materials. But this is the one I'm trying to get a gas tank for it, an inert gas tank, so I can use that one strictly for the welding that. And I got my Hobart over here, my 210 MVP, set up for flux core. So that's why I gotta wait until I can get this outside to finish welding it. Well, I'm gonna get it outside sooner than later. But so let's get you set back up here. Let's see. Alright, I think you guys can see me there. So yeah, so I've got 3 cross braces in the middle from side to side, and then I have these 2 here. I'm thinking my plate's going to come up here, and then I'm going to have a couple cross supports. I'm potentially thinking about adding another brace in the middle, so that way I can carry the load. I'm thinking of my plate will sit here. I'll have 2 coming down here to the middle, and then I might branch 2 more off over here to the side tubes to add some more structural support. I don't have a plate right now because I used it for the jib that I built for tearing down that shed and for other purposes. It's going to be nice just to have that around for lifting things when I need to. So yeah, this is kind of what I came up with. I've looked at a few different designs. I kind of wish I had a cutting edge, but I don't. Maybe at a later time I can add in a cutting edge. But so far it seems pretty flat and pretty straight. It's not perfectly square, but it's as close as I'm going to get. And everything's tacked in solid with multiple tacks. So yeah, I'm sorry I didn't show you guys any of this. I kind of just got into it and rolled with the flow, and by the time I got to this point, I went, crap, I should have recorded it. But it is what it is. We'll just take it with what it is. We're going to fully weld everything inside and out to keep it as strong as possible. I'll weld everything on the inside, both sides here, and try to keep everything as rigid as possible without warping the crap out of it. But yeah. And then let's turn you around here. Okay. And then I do have, hopefully next week, we're going to go pick up some scrap, some more scrap from a guy that I got. I got some harrow sections that we're probably going to turn into skid loader attachments, so that way you can go in and break an area up and then come through and bucket it or blade it off if you need to. We're going to do that. And then I got a couple disc sections too. So we're going to see about using them, bringing them back around, using them, or, make a purpose-built skid loader attachments. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. And then what's really cool is there's some cattle guards, or some cattle crossings, not crossings, but they keep cattle from crossing, that you bury them in the ground, and the cattle don't like to cross them because they have to step down into them. And then there's a bunch of ginormous rebar. I have a chunk of I think this is 3/4 rebar, roughly 3/4 or 1 inch. Yeah, it's 1 inch, and it makes this stuff look small. So we're gonna save some of that, and then whatever we don't want, I'm gonna haul the rest into scrap, or find somebody that can use it. But yeah, I'll put up some pictures of the piles I cleaned up. With right now, with it being as cold as it is, I got everything off the ground that I could. Some of it was still froze. So I did the best I could with what I got, but we're going to come back in the spring anyway and do a full cleanup. But she just wanted the piles out of the way so they could maneuver around the yard, for moving some stuff around. Probably going to end up taking all the junk and stuff out of there too, which will be nice to do a big cleanup. But yeah, I don't really have much for today. It's cold, and I just kind of got to work and got stuff handled. So yeah, I'll post pictures, and you guys can kind of scroll through, or well, not scroll through, but watch them as they go by. This is going to be a short and sweet video today. We've been busy. We've had sick kids and stuff like that, so I've been kind of staying shy of the camera lately and getting done what I can get done. But yeah, let's get to them pictures, and please, if you have time, like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think, and if there's any other skid loader attachments that you'd like to see, I'll be back with Jordan next week sometime. So we're gonna do some other stuff, and we got to go back to that same place where we put the driveway in, and we're gonna take down them three or four big dead trees. So we'll have all that on video too, and I'm looking at upgrading to a GoPro or a couple different cameras. But the big thing is I really like the YouTube, being able to edit everything through my phone. And I can't do that on the computer. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm hoping that they make it so you can use it on your computer too, because that would be fantastic. I like the way it works. it's very ergonomic and friendly. But yeah, again, I'm rambling. So like, share, subscribe. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this is going to take us. So let's go.